A couple more sections left in this chapter. 9.5 is called variation functions. So you're going to have it in, you're going to be reading things and deciphering them into an equation. So when you see y varies directly as x, varies means equals, directly means to multiply. So y varies equals multiplied by x, and there's always a k in the problem. Y equals varies inversely means to divide by x. And then if you see the word y varies jointly as x and z, that also means to multiply. Again, y varies, y equals directly as g, that means to multiply by g, and there's always a k up in the top, and inversely is h. So here we go. Let's pick this one apart. Y equals, y varies, y equals directly as x. Directly means to multiply, but you need a k in the problem, so it's kx. If y is a negative 15 when x is 5, so you're going to replace the y with a negative 15, and you're going to replace the x with 5, so the only letter that's left is k. K must equal a negative 3. Then you're supposed to find y when x is 3. Well, here's that equation again. You're supposed to find y. We know that k is now a negative 3, and we know the new x is 3. So we know that y equals a negative 9. So basically, you're going to write the equation twice. The first equation, you find the k. And in the second equation, you find the other variable that you're looking for. So let's do some more examples. Let's do this one again. Y varies directly as x. Y equals, y varies, y equals directly as x means k times x. And I like writing both equations down twice to know that I need it twice. If y is 12 when x is 8, so y is 12 and x is 8, so 8k. I'm going to divide both sides by 8. K is going to equal, 4 goes into both of these, 3 halves, or 1.5. Find y now when x is 14. So find y. We know that k is 3 halves or 1.5, and we know that the new x is 14. You're going to get y equals, take 3 halves of 14 on your calculator, and you're going to get 21. Okay, let's get a little bit more. Obviously, there's more pages because the more I do these, hopefully the more you catch on. Suppose y varies jointly as x and z. Y varies equals, jointly means to multiply, so if there has to be a k in the problem, jointly means to multiply. So the formula is y is equal to kxz, and I like writing it twice because I need it twice. Okay, they mix this up. Do you see it says to find y? That's for this one right here. We have to always find k first, so this one is for this one. So you kind of have to be kind of careful when you're reading it. If it says to find y, that's for the second equation. If y is 12, we always find k in the first equation. X is 3 and z is 8. You get 12 equals 24k. Divide by 24. K is equal to 0.5 or a half, whichever way you want it. Now it says to find y. Well, we know that k is a half. We know that x is 10, and we know that z is 5. A half of 50 is 25. I think you're getting pretty good. Let's keep going. Let's do a couple more. Suppose r varies jointly as v and t. R varies, you'll always have the letter k in the problem. Varies jointly means to multiply. So those are my, it says to find r when v equals 2 and t equals 8. That's for this one because you always find the variable r. But here, it doesn't say anything, so we need to find the k first. R is 70, we're trying to find the K, V is 10, and T is 40. 70 divided by 40 has to equal K. So K in this problem ends up being 7/4, because you can take a 10 out of both of them. Find R. We know that K is 7/4. We know that V is, it's hard to read, but I think it's 2 and 8, right? Yeah, 2 and 8. R is equal to 28. All of these are on the top, so you can multiply them all together and then divide by 4, and you're going to get 28. Okay, couple more. Here's the long sentence. P varies equals directly in R, means to multiply, and also varies inversely as T, means to divide. So let's look at this one more time. P varies means equals, directly as R means to multiply, but you need a K, and also inversely, which means you need to divide by T. So I'm going to rewrite the problem over again. And it says to find T when R is 10 and P is a -5. I know that one needs to go here, and the last one needs to go here, because we always have to find the K first. So P is 4. We need to find the K, and the R is 2, and the T is 20 on this one. Multiply both sides by 20, you get 80 equals 2K. So K is equal to 40 in this problem. So I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to replace my K with my 40. I'm going to use this first one right here. My P is -5, and my R is 10. And I'm trying to find T. Multiply both sides by T. I get a -5T equals 400, so T is equal to a -80. Final answer. And this is just a story problem, a real world example. So a group of geese migrate. The distance that they can fly varies directly with the amount of time in the air. So there's your sentence. The distance that they can fly, let's use this for D. Distance that they can fly varies, means equals. Directly means to multiply. You need a K in the problem, with the amount of time. So I'm just going to, D is equal to KT. Distance that they can fly varies directly with the amount of time. So D is equal to KT, D is equal to KT. A group of geese migrated for 375 miles in 7.5 hours. If another set of geese traveled 3,000 miles, how many hours did they travel? This one right here, let's change the color. This one right here is going to help us find the K. The distance, 375, and the time is the 7.5. So to find K, all I'm going to do is take 375 and divide it by 7.5. And that's going to end up being K equals 50. I'm going to go over here and put K is equal to 50. Now I'm going to use the last one. If they went 3,000 miles, how many hours did they travel? That's the T that we're trying to find. So divide both sides by 50. So T is equal to 60. 60, label it hours. And that is it for the assignment.